If you truly want to change your life, you don't need to be seen more, you need to disappear. Because the most powerful transformations don't happen under the spotlight. They happen in silence, when no one is watching. The world tells you to post, to prove, to perform. But let me tell you this, the strongest version of you is not created by noise. It is forged in the quiet. When you step back, cut off the distractions, and rebuild yourself from the inside out. This isn't about running away from life. It's about creating the space to meet the person you were always meant to become. And when you reappear, the world won't even recognize you. Most people are terrified of disappearing. They believe if they step back, they'll fall behind. If they stop posting, stop proving, stop showing up in the endless noise of the world, they'll be forgotten. But here's the truth. Sometimes the most courageous decision you can make is to vanish from the crowd so you can finally hear your own voice again. Think about it. Everywhere you look, people are performing. Social media has turned life into a stage where everyone is auditioning for approval. They post their highlight reels, their filtered achievements, their polished smiles, and what happens? You start comparing your behind the scenes to their show. You begin chasing their applause instead of your purpose. The more you try to keep up with the noise, the further you drift from who you really are. Disappearing is not about running away, it's about reclaiming your focus. It's about cutting off the endless chatter long enough to ask yourself, who am I becoming? What am I really building? Am I living for their approval or my own destiny? When you choose to step back, even for a short season, you are making a bold statement. I will no longer be defined by outside voices. I will find myself in silence. Look at history. Great transformations rarely happened in front of an audience. Think about Steve Jobs. After being fired from Apple, he disappeared from the spotlight, built Next and Pixar, and returned stronger than ever to create the world's most valuable company. Think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in silence behind prison walls. And when he reappeared, he transformed not only himself, but an entire 7 days. That is all it takes to change the course of a man's life. 7 days of discipline, 7 days of obedience, 7 days of repeating a single ritual that reshapes the way you think, speak, and act. Do it, and you will not recognize yourself 1 week from now. Refuse, and you will be standing in the same shadows, trapped in the same habits, chained to the same life, watching others pass you by. You think it cannot be so simple? That is because you have been taught to believe change must take years, that success is reserved for the chosen few, that fortune bends only to chance. But I tell you the truth, destiny bends to repetition. 7 days of commanding your own mind with definiteness can do more than 7 years of drifting without purpose. Picture this. In 1 week, you awaken with fire in your chest. Doubt is silent, fear is weakened, and every thought marches in one direction. The people around you notice before you speak. Your step is firmer, your voice steadier, your presence magnetic. Opportunities seem to appear, not because the world has changed, but because you have. You look in the mirror and see a man who commands himself, and therefore commands his circumstances. Now picture the opposite. 7 days pass, and you never committed. You listened, but you did not apply. You told yourself you would begin tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. Doubt still whispers. Fear still paralyzes. You walk into rooms unnoticed, your ideas unheard, your potential unclaimed. And as the days turn to months, and the months into years, you become one of those men who look back and say, if only I had started then. Do not deceive yourself. This is not a small matter. The thoughts you repeat daily are already writing your destiny. If you leave them undirected, they will continue to write poverty, hesitation, mediocrity, regret. If you direct them with definiteness, they will write confidence, wealth, opportunity, and freedom. The pen is in your hand, and every day you delay, you hand it back to fear. Carnegie repeated his aim until his mind accepted it as law, and steel obeyed him. Edison repeated his purpose until even 10,000 failures could not erase it, and light was born. Ford repeated his vision of an automobile for the masses until ridicule itself bent into silence, and the world rolled upon wheels. Do you imagine they achieved without self-command? No, they forged their fortunes by the words they drilled into their own mind. Do not speak of what happens after you hear this. Keep it to yourself. Prosperity hates noise. Wealth is born in silence. The moment you tell others what is forming within you, their doubt becomes your delay. So promise me this: when the results begin, tell no one. Just smile and keep listening. You're about to enter a state few men ever reach, a place between sleep and awareness where the mind is open, receptive, and undefended. In that quiet space, suggestion becomes law. Whatever you hear there takes root in your subconscious, and the subconscious never argues. It only obeys. That is why this must be done in silence. You cannot share what the seed looks like before it becomes a tree. Talk too soon, and you rob yourself of power. Remain still, and the law begins to move for you. What you are about to learn is not positive thinking, it is mental engineering. While the body rests, the mind will work. While you sleep, your thoughts will align with the exact rhythm that attracts opportunity, ideas, and wealth. This is not superstition. It is law. The subconscious mind is the connection between you and infinite intelligence, the same force that inspired Edison, Ford, and Carnegie. They all understood this, that prosperity is not achieved, it is attracted, not chased, commanded. Every fortune begins in the same invisible workshop, the organized, focused, silent mind. When you align your thoughts with faith, gratitude, and purpose, the universe responds as precisely as gravity. So before you close your eyes, release every thought of worry, every fear of tomorrow, every doubt about money. You cannot hold fear and faith in the same mind. You must choose. And tonight you will choose faith. Faith that the world is rich. Faith that opportunity is infinite. Faith that you are ready. Now, listen closely. The reason most men remain poor is not because they lack work, but because they lack quiet. They scatter their energy with talk, comparison, and complaint. They chase advice, tell everyone their goals, and drain the very power that could have created them. You must be different. You must learn to create in silence and act with precision. When others ask what you are doing, smile. When they question your calm, smile again. Because the moment you explain your faith to the faithless, you begin to doubt it yourself. This is why I say, tell no one about the results. They will not understand, and their misunderstanding will infect your faith. The most dangerous contagion in the world is the disbelief. Give yourself 6 months. No comfort, no shortcuts, no distractions, just purpose, just pressure. And watch what rises from the silence. Here are 5 rules to transform in the dark. 1. Rise before the rest, before the noise, before the chaos. While the world dreams, you execute. The earlier you start, the stronger you finish. 2. Cut the excess, mute the scrolling, silence the nonsense. When the world gets quiet, your mind gets loud. That's where clarity lives. 3. Train through resistance, not when it's easy, when it's hard. Because growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from pain, from sweat, from showing up when you don't want to. 4. Say no more often. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. Not everything deserves your energy. Boundaries aren't selfish, they're necessary. 5. Embrace the isolation. This journey isn't meant to be seen, it's meant to be felt. Because the most dangerous version of you is the one who built himself in the dark. 6 months of relentless focus can do more than years of excuses, so vanish. Lock in, work like a ghost, and come back untouchable. Drop a yes if you're ready to disappear into discipline, because most won't. But you're not most. You're built for this.